Hey, Vodcast viewers. Welcome back to Vodcast number, where are we? 8. This is number 8. Surprised I've been doing this 8 weeks in a row. But here we are. This one is all about setbacks. So welcome to my channel. I'm Mad Capsules, and I'm here to talk about myself. Alright, so let's do a quick week in review. If you recall where we were at last week, and I don't. Yes, last week was about accountability and the fact that I hadn't been doing my yoga and meditation or getting up early. So that has understandably continued. I did say that I expected it to do so, but I was hoping to restart my yoga and everything again. Now, obviously I haven't. Now, that hasn't been through, well, it hasn't been entirely through laziness, but it hasn't necessarily been through a lack of desire to do so. It's just that my bad luck got worse. Friday last week, I was fighting off a bunch of ninjas, as I do every morning, and I injured my back. Doing a backflip, kicking one of them in the chin like that, just sort of twinged my back. But seriously, I picked up my son's shoe off the floor, and my back went, I don't like this. I'm not okay with it. I'm just going to flip out. So it did. And what is that? That's 4 or 5 days ago, and it still hurts. It's getting better. It's almost back to where it needs to be. Luckily, I did have a physio appointment the next day, so we got right on top of getting things sorted out again, and yeah, here I am. But my bad luck did get worse. Did my back, really meant that I couldn't do any exercises, and such is life. But what have I noticed? I have noticed that there has been an increase in grumpiness, and my attention span has definitely been affected. Motivation has decreased, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm pointing the finger of blame, that's this finger, the finger of blame, directly at meditation. I think I need to get back to meditating so that I can get back on top of the old brain. That's where I need to be. That's where I'm thinking I need to do. So that's I think probably the main focus for me moving into the next couple of weeks. Anyway, I've chosen to talk about setbacks because obviously injuring my back is a pretty big setback in what my original plans were 8 weeks ago. So the last few weeks have really put me behind the 8 ball, and I could get sad about it. I could get depressed and get pissed off and just give up, go back to drinking, eating what I want, doing what I want, laying on my bed, doing nothing, being grumpy about it. But I won't. That doesn't achieve anything, and like I said in the first episode, my goal is ideally, hopefully, maybe this time next year, whenever the case may be, to be that guy that people say, wow, you've really changed, what did you do? I want that to be me. So I just need to rebuild the motivation, get back to it, and start taking it a bit more seriously again. So it's not like I completely fell off the bandwagon, so to speak, but yeah, I'm just getting dragged along behind it. Maybe my legs got caught in the stirrups. So what is, in my opinion, the best way to handle setbacks when they happen? Acknowledge them. Don't deny that they're happening. Acknowledge that they're happening. Acknowledge that you have stuffed up. What I notice is if you pretend that you haven't, if you pretend, oh no, it's just 1 day, it turns into just 2 days, and then just 3 days. And eventually you forget about the fact that you were using it's just 1 day as an excuse, and it's just become your normal life to not do what it was that you were doing in the past. So I prefer to acknowledge that yes, I want to do this, I'm not doing this, and I need to get back to doing it. So I acknowledge that I'm not doing it, and let it go. Don't let it bother me too much. But, of course, it is important as well to think of a new way forward. So where do we go from here? I don't want it to depress me, I don't want to be pissed off about it or anything like that. But how can I pick the ball back up? Setbacks can be depressing, but they can also tell you some things. So what I learned from my current setbacks, and not really from injuring my back, but more from the case of just a simple thing like a change in daylight savings time had such a massive effect on me, which made me realize that I was probably doing too much too quickly. So I've probably got a way to go before I can suddenly wake up an hour early and start doing exercise and meditation and all this extra work that I was doing. I guess I was energized by the fact that it was new in the first couple of weeks, and that's why I was able to do it. And then wham, in came that daylight savings change, and that just said to me, yeah, you don't really have that much energy. Let's not do this. So I think it's going to pay for me to get used to just waking up early again at first, and not even a whole hour early. Maybe I've got to start with 15-minute increments or whatever. I've just got to get used to it, and then slowly add some of the other things back. So these are my plans. Firstly, I need to start meditating again. I got too used to meditating in that morning when I was waking up at that time. And that shouldn't be the case. You know, there was a period where I was meditating several times a day, but I did get into this period where, you know, I would wake up an hour early, I'd do my yoga, then I'd do my meditation, and I was leaving it at that for the day. So I need to start meditating more frequently again during the day, and get back into a habit of meditating daily. So I'm going to start with 10 minutes again, so I'm going to bring it back. I was doing 15 to 20 minutes, but I'm going to bring it back to 10, because I do know when you stop doing it for a while, you can lose the rhythm. Bring it back to 10 minutes a day, get back into the habit. At the same time, because I don't think this is too much, I'm also going to start waking up at 6:30 again. So I did say 15-minute increments before, but I think 6:30 should be fine. I woke up at 6:30 this morning, I was okay with that. And just get used to 6:30. I don't need to keep getting up earlier than that. Get up at 6:30 every day for 2 or 3 weeks. And once that's easy and I can do it every day, then I can think about making it earlier. What am I going to do when I get up at 6:30 every day? I'm not immediately going to go back to exercise. 1, my back's not ready for it. And 2, I still need to choose a better exercise regime. So I'm working on that, but I do have my daily physio exercises. So my physio has been working with me. We've actually been doing clinical Pilates, and she's been showing me some exercises that I need to do to strengthen up the muscles in my hips, muscles in my ankles, and the muscles in my feet, which are 3 things that will help me fix my back. I know it seems weird, but it's not. That will help me fix my back and help me prevent it happening again in the future. So those exercises I will keep doing. They're very, not easy, but it will get me into the habit of just doing exercises, I think, again every morning. But it's not hard work and it's not going to injure me, but it is all in the benefit of me getting better or improving something about myself. And because my last plans didn't really include anything about eating and eating healthier or eating better, so I need to put something in place, and I don't want to put anything massive in place, so I'm going to start intermittent fasting again. Some of you out there may say you didn't want to put anything massive in place and yet you're going to do intermittent fasting. Yeah, intermittent fasting can be difficult, so we'll see how we go. I haven't fully decided on the rules that I want to go with. So do I want to do 12 o'clock to 8 p.m. as the period of time that I can only eat, and outside of those times I can only have water? Or do I want to be a little bit more lenient and allow things like coffee and tea, etc. outside of those periods? It's hard to say. I may need to do some research into what will work better. But in the end, it's got to work best for me as well. And I'm not sure that I'm going to be happy just drinking water up until 12 o'clock noon. So that will take some thinking. I'm not going to jump straight into intermittent fasting, but I'll start it up slowly. So these are my plans to get back into things, and that's where I'm at. So I'm not going to let these setbacks hold me back too much. I'm going to use it as a learning experience, I guess. So that's it for now, for another week. Yeah, I want to get back to where I thought I was. But yeah, I think I need to take things a bit slower. Anyway, my back's still a bit sore, but it is coming along well. So I think hopefully I'll be able to walk properly within the next couple of days. But this week has been really busy, and I need to take a trip at the end of the week, so that could aggravate things. We'll see how we go. Possibly more potential setbacks, we will see. But again, my book's coming along well. That's a good thing. And I really enjoyed doing the book review. That's also good. So, maybe I need to focus on those things as well. Don't forget the good things in life when shit happens. Peace.